All right, Shan says that I should do a Q&A from the community. So if this goes well, it's her fault. All right, first question is Andy asking about INTPs and bullying. If we've noticed in our research that if INTPs get bullied more or less than other types, right? So the answer is kind of yes, unfortunately. For a couple different reasons. INTPs are, in fact, again, on a larger scale, they tend to be smaller. In our studies, your personality type, all the way down to your 512 type, not necessarily your Myers-Briggs 16 type, your 512 type, you are going to most likely look a certain way, have a certain body type. All these kind of things are being tracked in our data. Some people aren't going to like that, but that's the way the data is kind of laying out. Chances are, if you're an INTP, you might not be the largest, biggest 300-pound linebacker in your school. And if you are, you're probably another one of those ESFPs who think they're INTPs. See it all day long. The second thing with INTPs is they got that baby FE, right? So they're all in their head. They're working on what makes sense to them. They're diving into science land, logic land, reason land, whatever. All this FE's going on, they're not paying attention to. Now the bully comes to town, and the bully's doing what? The bully is looking for somebody to dominate because the bully is on a self-driven rampage mission of personal power and dominance. So sometimes the bully sees, this person doesn't know how to deal with the social game. They don't have a lot of friends. They're not intimidating. They're not strong. Whatever the bully's honing in on and seeing as a perceived weakness. And then away the bully goes. And now the poor INTP is going, crap, I don't know how to deal with people, let alone this person that is getting extremely aggressive at me. So it's a real challenge for the INTP to kind of get socially thrown into the deep end all of a sudden. All right, so there's your bad news. The good news is what we've seen kind of work for people as far as overcoming bullies, especially the INTP. It's kind of what we've been talking about before with the alpha state. So it's like the INTP activating all four functions. I know it sounds like a goddamn Avengers movie or something. The INTP, generally speaking, is using their double observers, SI and NE, for the sake of TI. So they're in nerd land, right? And they're not focusing all of those functions and all that energy and all that logic, all that reason, all that observations back towards the social world. Now, an upside down INTP is an ESFJ, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it's basically the INTP flipping upside down going, all right, how can I get my reasons and my logic and my identity and my double observers on board with this social game? What we've seen happen is when a person, or INTP or whoever, can take these very scary, overwhelming, tidal-waving monsters and break them into smaller problems. That then allows your rational brain to go, okay, can I do some research on bullies? Can I understand the psychology of bullies? Can I read Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power? Can I understand a little bit more of what is this social dynamic that I am way behind on? What are people after? Why do they get so aggressive? What is really going on here? You can get to those studies and get to that research and start to understand the situation. And now the more you see it, the more you understand it, the more you can use that for your TI. That starts to calm down a little bit. Now it's like, okay, how can I now win this in the outside world? Now it's forcing you to start using that FE. The point is, there's a million different ways that you can now start to deal with the bully situation. And as soon as you're done with that bully situation, eventually, here comes another one, right? The thing is, this is a part of life that is very hard to deal with, but it's still another game that you can win. Meaning, if other people have figured out how to overcome bully situations, you can too. This is something I'm responsible for. I'm not the cause of this, but I'm not going to be a goddamn victim, right? I'm going to be responsible to conquer this problem and all the future problems like this that are coming my way. So there's a long general runaround answer that's not going to help you at all tomorrow morning when the bully comes after you. And yes, if you can pay a larger bully to beat up your bully, that does count. You win.